Yeah, too bad about that. Okay, well, good news. Listen, are you coming down for the Visalia thing? Absolutely. We had a really, really good time. Everybody just fits together like a glove in our group. I had my son Matt and his son Bo, and then we had Frank W6BBS, who should be on here any moment, and his wife Jen N6BBS, and then we had me, of course, and my friend Judy, who's a lifelong friend. We've known her since she was about 17 years old. She's 83 now, so put a few years on the chart here. So we are long lost friends and just getting along wonderfully. And we all get along, and she's fitting into the group like she was here all the time. So, and we just had a really, really good dinner and just an enjoyable time. So I couldn't ask for anything better. Hi there. Yeah, Roger. Well, it's not like you can't get here easily. I was confusing you and a friend of mine in Washington State, and I couldn't remember which one of you told me that he wasn't going to be here. So I'm disappointed that you're not going to make it, but I would have really been disappointed if he couldn't get down from Olympia, Washington, because that's a much more difficult and expensive trip. So he wouldn't be making that one on a weekly or a monthly basis like you are able to do the Bozo Net. Anyway, we'll miss you, and we'll be thinking of you as we're eating dinner there at Denny's. Over. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Frank, you're in here, right? So good deal. Good deal. I haven't heard any complaints, so you must be doing your job there, boy. Yeah. Who could have thunk it? Yeah, we had a good dinner, Ken. We were over at Pismo's. You know that place, no doubt, right? Wonderful meal, wonderful people. Just enough booze to get us all loosened up and having just a great time. Over. No occasion, just I was just trying to take advantage of getting everybody in a pile when Judy was down here. Judy's going to come back, but we're having issues with she's got some issues that she's got to finish up where she lives in San Andreas. She's got some court stuff with her daughter and some other things. And then they're also trying to organize a car. She's going to try and get a car. And it's just a lot of little things. So I wasn't sure when she was going and when she was going to be able to come back and so on. So, on the long term, it looks like she's going to be staying down here and kind of taking slowly over where Matt's going to be sliding out as he's building his house down there and pull him over. Yeah, there's the guy, N7WT. We've been waiting for you. We've already worked Richard at 20 minutes ago. Where the hell you been? Ken, are you copying Larry any better? I got this terrible not power line, but the switcher noise from my neighbor. So Larry's in the grunge. He's got a good signal, but he's distorting. Go ahead, Larry. Ken. Yeah, he's in there, but I can't copy him through this grunge. Now, let's see. Richard, can you relay what Larry's trying to tell us? Let's see if we got a signal from you, Richard. Over. USL, no 12.6 tomorrow. Thanks for that, Larry. We won't spend a lot of time looking for a non-competitor, so to speak. Thank you, Larry. Thank you. 73. Sorry, the conditions are just in the toilet tonight. They just don't want to come up for you guys in Nevada there, over. Okay, 7-3 N7WT. Thank you, Larry. Thank you much, and we'll see you. We'll see you Wednesday. We'll see you Wednesday on 2 meters. Wednesday on 2 meters, Larry. Thank you. Bye bye. Did. Okay. Now let's head back down towards Sacramento and see who we got down there. K6MYC. WA6HNA. Hi, Greg. Gosh darn. You've been a busy boy. And guess who I've got here? You don't know her. I don't think you've ever met Judy, the first wife from Dick Collier. But Judy has come down and joined me here at the house, and looks like she's going to be helping me with the house and the reading and the eyes and maybe a little driving and so on. But I've known Judy since she was 17, so we've been real good buddies for many years, but went through about 50 years of separation here, only a lot of water under the bridge, but we're having a great time getting back together, and we're still on the same page, if you know what I mean. Over. Yeah, Roger. Well, we're not only compatible in that sense, but she's also very helpful and very smart, knows what I need, understands a little bit of ham radio. She wasn't around for a lot of time, but she did even work for me at KLM for a while. So she's not a complete neophyte to this hobby, that's for sure. This evening, we just got back from a wonderful dinner with Frank and his wife and my son and his son, my grandson, and Judy's in talking to her daughter Carolyn, who still lives, of course, up in San Andreas, and is hoping to move out of there. She's just got to finish a divorce that she's been trying to get out of for the last 5 years, and then perhaps sell the house that they're in, or acquire it first and then sell it. It's one of those, it's half bought. And then she'll sell it and probably move down this way and get out of San Andreas and join her area. She wants to be near her mother. We don't necessarily, she doesn't necessarily want to live with her mother, but she wants to be near her, which is understandable. She's looking for a place in Fresno or Madera to move to. So it's all turned out in the last 2 weeks. You wouldn't believe the strokes of luck that have fallen on both me and Judy and her daughter, who have been in just strife for many years with one reason or another. Anyway, we're having relief pains, if you will. It's just amazing. Anyway, enough of that. I did not hear Phil on last night. Hopefully he's not having a relapse with his cold, so he did not check in on Two Peters last night, which was maybe he just had company over or something. We'll get Phil in here. I'll turn it to you, Greg, and then you can shoot it over to Phil. WA6HNA K6MYC. Yeah, Roger, Phil, gotcha. I think I dropped you into a null there, but no problem. Copied everything fine. Sorry you had a little turn for the worse, but sounds like you're back again, and we'll look for you tomorrow. I was kind of busy. Well, we were just tangled up with the weather and the timing, and then Thursday, I think, or Wednesday or Tuesday of last week, I ran over my cell phone, so I've been kind of without my cell phone, which leaves me without a clock that I can grab and look at quickly when I can't hear anything in the morning, and yada, yada, yada. So just a lot of things that happened in the weather and the darkness and the timing and staying up late talking to my friend, and we just didn't get our naps in like we were supposed to. So I just didn't make it every day in the morning. We were there this morning, but busy with phone calls to financiers and tax people and stuff like that. So it'll start to settle out as we get on through the week, and hopefully we'll hear you again in the morning. Thanks, Phil. 73's WB6GGY. Twain Hart. Yeah, get that antenna half a foot or even a foot above a big metal plane. You've got it right in the field, so the signal should come up massively if you get away from that metal thing, and that'll help a ton. WB6GGY K6MYC. By the way, your 6-meter signal is about 100 dB down from normal. What are you doing? Something's not right, because you're usually boiling in here, and man, I've got to point right at you to even get you Q5, so something's seriously wrong here on 6, over. Yeah. Yeah, Roger, Greg. I think he may just be plugged into the 2-meter antenna. I think he's transmitting on the 2-meter. My guess is it's a rectal cranial inversion mental fart, over. Yeah, Roger, 7-3. Thanks, Greg. Thanks, Phil. We'll see you perhaps tomorrow morning on 40. WB6GGY, K6MYC. Now, anybody else while we're in this direction for the Bozo Net, K6MYC? Okay, there's Course Gold popping through. WB6JNP, good signal, Dane, and how are you this evening? Well, it sounds fine. Your audio is distorted, but that's because I've got the noise blanker on. But otherwise, it's really good and quite loud and perfect clarity. I'm sure that would be perfect if I didn't have the blanker for this this noise that's coming from your direction. Or oh, wonderful! You're back to the old-fashioned radios, an on-off switch and a tuning dial, huh? That's right on frequency. That's for sure. All right, very good. Well, nice to hear you, Dane. Thanks for checking in here. Don't see who else is on here. I'm kind of tired. We've had a long day, and we went out to dinner, and I missed my evening nap. I guess we did take a snooze around 3:30, but it was a short one. So I'm almost ready for bed here. I'm propping my eyelids with 2 felt pens, over. Yeah, okay. Well, he always checks in on 2 meters, so he should be here. He doesn't have the exotic bands, so he'll be here on Wednesday again, like he was on Sunday night for 2 meters. So if we miss him in every other respect, and you didn't find an email for him, why we can catch him on Wednesday night today, and thanks for that. WB6JNP, K6MYC, now looking into Sacramento for other check-ins, over. 776, I'm not pointed at you, Bill, but we'll take him. I know, let me see here. Let me get way off of you here. I was up in the 340s here. This should be a lot better right there. How's that? I went from S8 to S2. That's weird. Yeah, I'm sure it's not the antenna. I think it's just the condition. I'm over 340, and it doesn't seem to matter where I point. You're the same. So we've got really strange diffused conditions today. But anyway, we hear you. That's the main thing. Nothing new from when we talked to you on 220, I don't think. Over. Yeah, QSL. Now, you mentioned that on 222, so I did not check him in by his request, if you will. So we'll let it go at that. But, okay, and I appreciate him calling you and telling you that he was not going to make it for whatever, because he cranked down and yada yada. Okay, very good, Bill. Well, we won't keep you. I'm pointed, I think I'm pointed toward Reading, and they've been hearing me a little bit from time to time on 6. Let me get back to the right heading here. 3. This should be closer to Reading. I don't know why we're not getting, and we're still even a little bit east of you. You're still about 3 or 4 degrees. I would have to go more to the west to get you peaked, but it doesn't seem to be the way the band is working tonight. Well, we'll see what's happening up and down the San Joaquin Valley and the Sacramento Valley there, Bill. Thanks much. We'll hopefully see you in the morning. I'll do my best to get out of bed and get here at a reasonable hour. KO6KD, K6MYC. Yeah, no, I got him checked in. I should have told you that. When you mentioned what you said, I immediately checked him in. Over. What Phil? You're talking about GGY? Yeah, he checked in here just a few minutes ago and said he was under the weather pretty bad yesterday. That's why he wasn't on 2 meters yesterday, but he feels better today, and it looks like he's on the upswing now. Over. Okay. Okay, stand by, Bill. Frank's in there. Go ahead, Frank. Bill, can you copy Frank? Okay. He just wanted to say hi, Bill, and give you a bad time. He's barefoot at the moment. He didn't turn the amp on tonight, but he's barefoot. But he just wanted to say hi, and thank you for checking in so regular. KO6KD 73, K6MYC 2 meter, 220, no, what is it? 6 meter Bozo Net. Roger, Ted. All right. Good evening, Bill. And we may have Frank in here tomorrow morning as well on 40. So let's see, who else do we have here on 6 meters up and down the Sacramento Valley and San Joaquin Valley? Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, QRZ. stranger, for heaven's sakes. KC5DTU, haven't heard you for a couple of days, but that's not abnormal because you usually do miss Sunday night. What's new, Kerry? And is there any chance we're going to see you this week? Over. Oh, you lost your little heater? Oh, that's too bad. I'm so sorry. How old was he, Kerry? Oh, that's too bad. We're so sorry. I know how that is. You get attached to those little guys, and particularly when they do a second job for you and heat you up. Oh, that's too bad. Anyway, we feel your pain, Kerry. KC5DTU, K6MYC, and I've got the side of the antenna on you. You're not real strong, but you're Q5. Go ahead. Yes, he will. Yeah, understand. I know how you feel. And, yeah, okay. Well, at least you're moving into the warm time of the year, and you can get by a little better without him, unfortunately. Okay, Kerry. Well, look, let us know what your schedule is. I'm kind of open. We've got our friend Judy here. I'd love to have your meet and spend some time with Judy. She's really tuned up, but I've told her a lot about you, and I think we'd have a great time together. So you could come up and spend a few minutes with us. That would be great. We don't have wheels yet, but on the long term, Judy will get a car down here, and we'll have more access to get down your way more often. Over. Yeah, okay, fine and dandy. You know how to reach me. My cell phone is not working, Kerry. I ran over it with the lawn tractor, and I just mowed the crap out of it. It's broken pretty badly, sort of half functioning, but I can't hear on it. So call me on the house phone. You've done that before. Call me on the house phone at 822-6202 number. And we'll be sure to get you that way, Kerry. Over. Okay, very good. Well, I'll let you know too when the cell phone gets reactivated. But we're struggling with Apple. They want us to wait till April 17 before they're going to research and find our password. When you lose a cell phone that you've had for 3 or 4 years and never have to use a password, I don't know what the hell it was. And we can't do anything recovery-wise. We have pieces of it, but they won't help us. They won't help us get anything back out of the cloud until we have the password, and they won't give us the password until April 17 of all things. Over. Okay, very good, Kerry. Well, welcome to working with the assholes that write the instructions for Apple. I can't even say Apple without saying assholes. All right, 7-3 for now, Kerry. We'll be standing by if you have any other thoughts. Pop back in, and I'll be more in your direction shortly. Okay, I heard you. Who was it that popped in during that transmission there? Who was that? Go ahead, please. K6MY. Oh, I got you already checked in, Darren. We checked you in. Bill said that you were there. Appreciate you coming back in the shack, Darren. Over. I got you, Darren. Roger, Darren. 756. You're all okay. Over. Bill, tell him he's checked in. Okay, I'm gonna look for Redding. He's still talking. Terrible conditions. Okay, I'm going to try for Redding. Let's see if we're getting any signals up to Redding. I'm waiting for some CW from Redding. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, KD6SW, K6MYC, CW. Boy, I'm not hearing anything. Anybody hearing any CW? Okay. I guess we have a no-go on the Redding path tonight. All right, is there anybody else towards Sacramento Valley, K6MYC? Okay, I'm coming your way, Russ. Here we come now. Hang on. Okay, K6ERF, and then we'll pick up N6RO if he's still there. K6ERF, K6MYC. Go ahead. Yeah, I don't understand. It may be I'm out of calibration here, but I'm clear up at 3 toward Clear Lakes, about 15 to 20 degrees north of you, and you're coming in much better. So I'll leave it here. And at least we're copying. Thanks for checking in here, Ross. K6ERF 199. Go ahead. Yeah, Roger, Russ. Well, thanks so much for coming in. I know it's a difficult time sometimes to get in there, squeeze in between all the other stuff that's going on there, but thanks for calling in. Thank you. And how about you, Ken? N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC. N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC. Okay, nothing heard from Ken. W6 Sugar Whiskey, not likely, but are you there, Steve? Okay, nothing heard there. I'm going to go back into the Bay Area and maybe this noise will get a little bit better. Okay, let me see if the Bay Area is copying me here. Anybody in the Bay Area, give me a signal and I'll peek on you and see if the pattern's skewed or whether the antenna's off. K6MYC Bozo Net, Bay Area. Okay, KF6, KFB. Is that what I heard? Kilo Foxtrot 6, Kilo Foxtrot Bravo? Okay, give me your call phonetically, please. Whoever called in, give me your call phonetically, please. I can't hear him. He went vaporized on me. Okay, I got you now, Mike. KB6WFC 775, KB6W Whiskey Foxtrot Bravo. Got you, Mike. Thank you much. Good to hear you. I'm sorry I'm not doing better. I'm not sure I haven't got something wrong with the antenna, but I'm not pointing where I should be for you guys. If I point at you, you go away. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6MYC. Over. got you, Mike. Thank you. Well, W6PQL, you should hear him. He's going to call right now. Jim, go ahead. W6 Papa Queen London. Go ahead. Okay. Thanks, Jim. W6PQL, you're coming in from the direction you should be. So I'm getting a skewed path on some people, and that's causing me to be quite confused here. Needless to say, some guys coming in where they should be and other guys not. Thanks, Jim. 7-3. We'll see you tomorrow, of course, on 1296. W6 Papa Queen London with KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6 MYC. Anybody else in the Bay Area, over? Okay, got you, Vlad. Good evening to you. K6 Victor Papa. What is it, 88? No, I can't remember your number. Give me your number. Yeah, I had two of the numbers right. It was a 7 that was missing. Okay. Make a transmission. How are you copying me, over? Yeah, okay. I'm still writing, trying to catch my log up here, so I didn't get a chance to wiggle the antenna, but you're Q5, or at least Q5, so that's helpful. Oh, yeah. No, you're not bad. You're not a bad signal. I was just going to try and find a peak on you to see if your path is screwed. Some paths are skewed tonight, and some are direct, right at people. That's where they peak, so it's hard to know where to point for you guys. Anyway, great to hear you. Once a week is better than no time, Vlad, so always good to hear you up there from San Francisco. K6 Victor Papa, K6 MYC, Central California, Bozo Net, Delta Mike 07. Okay, thank you, Vlad. And again, thank you very, very much for checking in. I'm going to try and turn off this goddamn blanker. Doesn't want to go off tonight. I pushed it all 3 times and it keeps coming back on. I don't know what's going on here. Huh. What is the matter here? Oh, there it is. Pushed it 4 times, and the 4th time I pushed it, it went off. Okay. I think I can read people better through the little residual noise that's in there now. Now, let's see, is there anybody else in the Bay Area? We still should have 2 or 3 more people in the Bay Area that would check in here. Ed, are you there, WA6AXX? Oh, well, it was earlier, but let's see what's happening. Let's see. Frank, are you here? Yeah, I haven't done anything here, I don't think, other than trying to get this blanker on and off, but that's got nothing to do with what you're doing. Okay. Well, I'll make some noise here. Ed says he's hearing me. You're hearing me on the stream or not on the stream, Ed? Oh. Okay. Well, we've got a newbie. Frank is running the stream tonight, and Aaron, who normally does it, K6USY, is down in Texas watching, or was watching, the eclipse, and then also visiting. Up on frequency that has the stream. Is anybody else having trouble with the 6-meter streaming, not hearing the audio? They're hearing me, but nobody else? Okay, so I'm coming through, but nothing from my receive side. That's weird. Well, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Everything looks normal here on the 6-meter band. I'm not splitting, and I'm doing anything weird with the audio that I know of. Anyway, well, we're almost at the end of the net, so it's not the end of the world. And well, if this is the only radio that we use, the 6-meter radio is a different radio than the 9700s. So we haven't had any problem on them, and we'll be back on 1296 tomorrow on the 9700, so it should be okay. So if this is the only radio that has a problem, it's not the end of the world, of course. No, we need those reports, Ed, because otherwise you don't know it. See, Frank's hearing it there. So why it's not going beyond that. But when you listen from the control station, he actually is hearing my audio. Without the delay, he's not listening to what's coming really onto the live stream. So he's listening to my audio, and he's probably hearing my audio, but for some reason it's not getting onto the YouTube thing, whereas mine is. But they're two different channels. Obviously, my audio is a different channel going into the way I understand it is on a different pipeline, if you will, to the computer and the screen. So that's probably where it is. There's just a pipeline that's not the pipes aren't hooked together. Over. Yeah, fine, Ed, and thanks for the heads up on this one. We'll figure it out. But again, I think in a week, Aaron will be back, and worst case by next Monday, Aaron can sort it out if Frank hasn't been able to figure it. Frank's pretty moxie. He just has to go through some of the things that Aaron told him, and out of the 100 things that they made notes on, there might be one thing in there, particularly when they get over to this different radio that Aaron either overlooked telling him or he's missing. It's quite complicated. There's about 100 little things that you have to do when you're the control master. Anyway, thanks, Ed. Have a good dinner. Enjoy, and we'll talk to you tomorrow night, I'm sure, on 1296. WA6AXX and the Fresno is in the Bay Area, K6MYC clear, and QRZ Bay Area. Hawaii. Yeah, that's weird, Scott. I can't believe that you couldn't hear. It was Pitcairn Island that was the rare one, I think. Do you remember what the call for Pitcairn is? Is that VR or something? Is it Victor Romeo something? Victor Papa 6. I wouldn't have ever guessed. Okay. Well, anyway, you didn't work him, or did you never hear him? Oh, absolutely. I used to live in San Martin, and Ken, K6HCP, lived in Gilroy. I mean, it was about 7 or 8 miles between us maximum. And many times Ken would hear stuff. We eventually would hear it, but it would come in for him first, and I'd have absolutely nothing, or I'd hear it first, and then he would have nothing, as the path was just moving. And I guess it's quite defined and quite sharp-edged on these little clouds, and it just doesn't bounce to you. It doesn't skip off the cloud in your spot. So I've seen that a lot. So it's not an unusual thing, particularly on 6. And anyway, I'm sorry about missing Pitcairn. I don't know if you need that for a country, but I guess he's going to be there a while. I just got the impression that he'd be on for a few more days at least. So maybe you'll have better conditions in the next few days here, Scott. Anyway, good luck with it. And maybe the little black cloud will move off of you tomorrow, over. Okay, good night, Scott. Thanks for the the report. And hopefully you'll have better luck with that all tomorrow. Well, the solution is you need a 100-element array and 10 megawatts, and you can get through, over. There you go. Either one will work at the right time. When Mother Nature kisses your butt, you're on your way, over. 7-3. Righty. And who else do we have in the Bay Area or anywhere that's hearing us? Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, 6-meter Bozo Net. Okay, how about KW6S? If I've got Scott, I ought to have you. Scott comes in a different way, I guess. I'm pointed clear up at 311 degrees. How about Scott, KW6S? Where are you? Did you fall asleep? Not Scott. Tom, did you fall asleep, Tom? Shame on you. Bay Area Bozo Net. We are missing a few people. K6MYC. Let me start this again. I'm going to start up here so that some of you guys might be coming in on the oblique path. Bay Area, K6MYC Bozo Net. Anybody? Okay, another 5 degrees more to the west. Bozo Net, Bay Area, 6 meters. K6MYC. QRZ. One more time. Bozo Net, K6MYC. Bozo Net's Bay Area. Okay, one more try. K6MYC Bozo Net. Oh boy, we're really short people tonight. I didn't even get 20. That's terrible for 6. How about KB6 Lima Echo? Are you in there, Lee? You don't have to wait to hear your call. Anybody hearing me, jump in and give me a call. K6MYC. Okay, you finally came out of the kitchen, did you? Okay. Good evening again, M6 Radio Oscar. I guess the band's been open on 6 the last couple of days. I don't know if you got in on any of that, over? Okay, good. Thanks for checking in anyway, Ken. We'll look for you, of course, tomorrow night for a brief input, if you can do it, on 1296. Thanks so much, and catch up with you. N6 Radio Oscar, sorry about the noise. I've got it tonight, too, but I know where mine's coming from. We just haven't had a chance to get over and talk to Mr. Wagner, who owns the off-grid system that's giving me trouble here. Hi. Take care. N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC. Oh, yeah, that's Mother Nature and her brother's, what is it? Who is it that always gives us trouble? The bad boys. Who's visiting you this week, huh? Yeah, Murphy and his brother Edsel. Yeah, they give you all kind of fits like that. The intermittent noise sources, wonderful. All right, take care. N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC. Anybody else before we shut this thing down? Over? All quiet. Boy, oh boy, it's a sure quiet night on 6 meters here. Can Rob, are you in here? Yes. Yeah, he was pretty much the last one. Before that, well, then, of course, Kenneth, the last year in 6RO, but that was it. You know that one. Very, very marginal stuff here this evening. We did get K6ERF. Did you get Russ in there? Yeah, okay. I think you got everybody. Okay. PQL was in. Yeah, I think you pretty much got them all. Okay, is there any reason to go south here? I think not. We're not going to get to KB6RQU until he comes back to life down there, if ever. So I think we're done. So Frank, I don't know if you found the audio issue or not. I don't know who else is streaming. Rob, are you streaming at all? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, I figured you'd figure out what the hell was going on. Okay. Again, not a big problem. Ed was the only one that noticed it, and he's the least of those that need it. He can hear more than anybody, almost from any place from his location there. So it didn't cause any major grief tonight, from what I can gather. All right. Good night, Frank. Take care. Enjoy another day. I think you're not coming tomorrow. Enjoy another day with Jen, and we'll see you perhaps. Well, Wednesday's your damn potty day again, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Well, we're taking our time these days. I may come in here and try to catch the 8 o'clock window on 40, and then we usually sit around and wait for our stomachs to say it's time to have a muffin or have some breakfast, and then we decide what we want to eat, and then we sit around and decide how we're going to do it. We're moving real slow and real deliberate these days, but okay. Anyway, we'll catch up. We'll catch up with you down there like we have been, and maybe this time you'll see Judy behind the wheel. Take care. And Rob, 73 to you. Thanks for your support as well. Ken's gone, of course. He's gone out, but I don't think there's anybody else. Oh, Kerry might still be in here, but that's unlikely. So sad to hear that he lost his little heater, Rob. Over.